I'm Phil Quinn. Welcome to another edition of Connect with Ivy Tech. On this month's episode, we highlight the 2019 commencement ceremonies. We'll hear from Ivy Tech Community College President Sue Ellspermann. We'll also hear from student speaker Brandi Farmer and also Kevin Handley, Board of Trustees President. Also on this episode, we'll talk to Chris Bottomley and see highlights of the early college at Connersville High School. It's a great episode. Thanks for joining us. Now to the highlights of that 2019 commencement.
Thank you, Chancellor Bolser, for the opportunity to address our Ivy Tech graduates and their families. Graduates, congratulations. You have done what more than 700,000 Hoosiers who have attempted college have not. You have completed. Congratulations. So now, in a special recognition of Mother's Day weekend, I'm going to ask any mothers to please stand in our crowd of graduates. Would you please stand? Look at those mothers. Wow, congratulations. Now, if you stay there, single moms, if you're a single mom, would you just wave out at me? Okay, there's a few of you in there. Awesome. Okay, moms, you can have a seat, but I want to tell the crowd about our single moms. Do you know that nationally, 72% of single moms will never graduate from college? You all did. Congratulations. You're awesome. But you know, when that stat came to our attention, Ivy Tech wanted to do something about it. So last fall, we started working. Now it's not just single moms, it's single dads too, but single parents, what a challenge they have. And as we began to work on this challenge as a college, we realized there was a national grant out there which we applied to. 25 community colleges applied to. We were one of 4 to be chosen across the country to work on what we call the Single Moms Completion Design Challenge. We want 30% more single moms to successfully complete community college. How about that? Isn't that great? So those that waved at me, now I have a to-do for you. I have a mic. When this is over and we all go back and you're all out with your families, I'm going to beg a few of you to come back and talk to me about your experience, because at Ivy Tech, we're going to redesign how we do college to make sure we come around our single moms and dads as well. We want them all to succeed, because guess what? Yes, it's for mom and dad, but it's for the next generation, and we have to figure that out and do better. So single moms, I'm begging you, this is your Mother's Day, but it's a gift for me. Please come back and see me up here. After graduation, come find your way back. All right, that's my commercial for the day. So, Richmond, Connersville, and all the surrounding counties, you're so special. You really are. The sense of new life as existing industry is strengthened. New companies are committing to our communities, and we see the deep commitment by both employers and our communities to make this greater Richmond area strong, prosperous, and growing. Ivy Tech statewide and our Richmond campus specifically are leading the way, ensuring we are always transforming to be the community college that our students need us to be. From Ivy Cares, Sabrina, initiated right here in Richmond, that ensures all of the needs of our students, including but well beyond academics, are being met to our current new program called 8-week courses, some of you may have heard, in which we help our students focus on fewer courses at once and experience progress in completing their credits in half the time. To be clear, and I want to thank all the faculty, because this takes work to redesign our courses to make them effective in 8 weeks. Yes, listen to that. Let's give them a round of applause. Absolutely. But I want to say we've seen greater than a 5% increase in pass rates and almost that much reduction in those who drop out of our classes. And that means so many more of our students are completing their courses and moving more rapidly towards completion of their degree or credential. And really, at the end of the day, that's what it's about at Ivy Tech. We want to see each of you succeed and have great success in both the workplace and in life. I speak for not only Ivy Tech, but for our state, this city, East Central Indiana, and all employers when I say that we are most grateful for your commitment to not only educating yourself, but for gaining the skills and competencies to fill the good jobs that will keep our economy growing, increase prosperity, and improve our communities. Now, some of you today will be transferring on to a 4-year school to pursue a bachelor's degree or beyond. We are proud of you as well. You have now completed the half marathon. And as we know from a recent study at Purdue, guess what? You as an Ivy Tech transfer will be even better prepared than their own native students. You will graduate on time more often, and you will persist at higher rates than their own students. Know that you are well prepared for your journey ahead. Now, as I look to the future of this community in East Central Indiana, I am going to put my mom hat back on. How many of you in the crowd know that you should be coming back, or you know someone who should be coming back? Okay, this is your time. This is their time. There are thousands of good jobs going unfilled right here in our communities, and many, many more within a nice short drive from here. Even if your work year runway is getting a little shorter like mine is, why not take this as an opportunity to pursue a career that you've always wanted, or to greatly increase your earning power with much higher wages? In fact, with next-level jobs, you can complete many of these high-wage, high-demand credentials for free. Come see us. Graduates. My favorite quote is from Thomas Edison, who said, "Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration." And now I know I'm preaching to the choir when I tell you that, because you more than any other college graduates understand perspiration. You know what it's like to work, go to school, raise a family, help in your community, all at the same time. Thus, you truly are genius. Use what you have learned to do big things with a big heart, to make a difference in your career, with your family, and within your community. Congratulations, Ivy Tech graduates.
Please welcome to the podium for the Ivy Tech Richmond class of 2019, Ms. Brandi Farmer.
President Ellspermann, Chancellor, faculty, staff, fellow graduates, classmates, parents, and friends, I truly feel the many different sentiments that have brought us here today. Some of those were beautiful, heartwarming times. Some were knocking you down, not sure if I'm going to get back up. I'm so very proud of everyone today. The graduates, our wonderful families, friends, new and old, other students who have impacted our lives forever, and the staff and faculty at Ivy Tech who have shown us that if you offer kindness and a great education, it can have a ripple effect of positive changes in the world. All of us here have gotten back up. We have an opportunity to use these tools and lessons to better ourselves, influence our loved ones in an encouraging manner, and to use our voices to fight against injustices. I was a stay-at-home mom for 18 years. My lovely children are now 21, 19, 13, and 9. When people used to ask me what my hobbies were, I would reply, sleep. While raising 4 children, I did not take much time to get to know myself. However, I could tell you endless things about them. I have learned so many life lessons during our years together that have given me the strength to get back up and keep trying. I often tell people that going to Ivy Tech in Richmond was the greatest thing I ever did for myself. I discovered that stepping out of my comfort zone can bring many rewards. When our youngest daughter started school, my dear friend wanted to sign up for classes at Ivy Tech and asked if I wanted to ride along. I had no idea that my entire life was going to change that day. While waiting for her to finish her appointment, I thought, well, Brandi, you need something positive to do. You're here. So I filled out the FAFSA and signed up for the placement testing. Now, it had been quite a while since I had done any testing, so I wanted to be prepared. So I brought a pencil and a pad of paper. The library really appreciated this since everything is now done on computers. Even on that first day of testing, or the fact that I had a love of overusing commas in my very first English class, I never felt judged. I was shown kindness and found that my usage of commas would vastly improve. I hope that all of us will be able to hold on to the idea that we are all making waves with those around us that can be shared in a positive way with everyone we meet. One of the most frequently asked questions at Ivy Tech that I received was, "Are you happy all the time?" My family, especially my sweet husband, will tell you, no. I love you, thank you. However, my classes here at Ivy Tech have taught me, spoiler alert for those of you who do not know me, I am an emotional thinker. Great news, I now have the information that there is emotional regulation. I can stop a feeling from becoming a thought, and we can retrain our brains on how we deal with difficult times. I love this one. Ivy Tech has given me the gift of self-awareness. I say this is a gift today, yet there are days when I have other terms that I refer to it by. On the days that I am feeling the latter, I now know that I probably need to start using better coping skills and look at my reactions to the day. I have learned that breathing exercises help me personally when I'm feeling anxious. One lovely day at Ivy Tech, I was about to give a presentation about Ivy Cares. If you do not know about this program, please find me after, we'll chat. So I was feeling very anxious about it, and I was in the hallway doing full-on breathing exercises. Chancellor Chad Bolser comes up the stairs, just gives me a look. You okay? Yes, just getting ready to do a presentation. Simply says, good luck, and went about his day. I applaud all of you who practice good self-care, and to the rest of us who struggle, I hope for us that we can continue to be self-aware and get ourselves back on track when needed. We now know that we have the power to do it, we just might have to fight for it some days. The great Mr. Rogers once said, anything mentionable is manageable. I encourage us each to discuss the tough topics and to start breaking the cycle of stigmatizing those who are facing struggles. I encourage us all to fight against oppressions of our fellow humans due to their differences in mental health issues, religion, race, gender, culture, on and on. My best advice to all of us is to take opportunities when they are offered. These opportunities will often offer more than a great educational experience. I have had the joy of multiple involvements that have made my heart smile. I encourage you to join clubs such as the Student Government Association, participate in a work study like I was able to with the Ivy Tech Foundation, or intern at places that will offer future positions. Most of all, get to know your fellow students. They will bring you joy. We are building connections with other professionals. We can learn to work as a team with others, learn how to act professionally, get to travel, and if you are truly lucky, you'll get to attend the Indiana Conference for Women. Our very own Dr. Sue Ellspermann helps put on this amazing conference that I was able to attend. This was one of the best days of my life. Retta from Parks and Rec and Good Girls was there. And from the look that we shared, I knew she wanted to be BFFs, but I was really busy last semester, so I'm hoping for a next time. I let myself be scared during these times, but still said yes to these opportunities, and it has had a huge contribution to my perspective of the world. Ivy Tech has done many wonderful things for all of us. Please remember to share kindness with one another. There are many days, and still are some, when I come to school and have struggles in my personal life. Every time I enter Ivy Tech, I am exposed to the importance of the lesson of kindness. At Ivy Tech, we are taught and shown if we educate and share support outside of the classroom, we have the chance to be a positive influence in our entire community. This will lead to making a true difference in the world. As we head out to start our new chapters in our stories, I send you all positive vibes. To quote Retta from Parks and Rec, stop wasting time fearing the worst. Living through the worst is never as hard as fearing it. Fight the fear and go do what you gotta do. And treat yourself. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Again, I'm Kevin Handley, and I am ecstatic to be here at Ivy Tech's graduation. My family's higher education journey started with Ivy Tech. Ivy Tech is the first college that I had ever knew about growing up in Gary, Indiana, as my sister enrolled at Ivy Tech Community College. I know that we are here to acknowledge the graduates, but I also wanted to acknowledge the people that assisted you in making your dreams come true. So to the spouses, the siblings, cousins, aunts, parents, grandparents, children, friends, and significant others, let's give you a round of applause. Without your support of being a resource, a babysitter, a comforter, a shoulder to lean on, it would have been very difficult for them to continue on with their educational conquests. As we embark on one of the most important days of the year, Mother's Day, for you mothers, you've had to take care of kids, work, be a spouse, take care of your homes, take kids to games, to practices, to plays, all while achieving your degrees. As mothers, you have been the catalyst for change in the success of your families. So during this time, I reflect on my educational journey and what allowed me and helped me to become an educator. And it was the love and support of the ladies in my family. I remember my mother's prayers, and I believe they still follow me. Whenever I left our apartment in Gary, Indiana, I knew that she prayed that I would come home safe. These prayers have clung to me all my life. I remember the many acts of wisdom that she taught me that I would like to share with you during your graduation. I got to grow up with a mother who taught me to believe in me. She showed me that where there was a will, there was a way. She allowed me to dream at an early age. She also taught me that failure was an opportunity for growth. She would say, if you fall, get back up. She also told me to visualize my outcomes. Pray and always think about your next steps in life. She also told me, don't be concerned with the fear of what others think. She would say, who cares? People will always talk about you, and you need to be just as concerned about the messenger as well. She would always say, use your knowledge and your heart to stand up for those who can't stand, speak for those who can't speak. And lastly, she would say, the same people you meet going up will be the same people you'll meet coming down. So treat everybody with respect. To conclude, your graduation today is not the end, it's the beginning. Thank you.
We didn't coordinate this, but we're talking with Chris Bottomley. The early college ceremony was held here in Connersville today. How many students walked across the stage again?
I think we had 53 kids that walked across.
That is tremendous. This is a 3-year program. How do you describe it to people or describe it to students who might be interested in looking at the program?
The most important part of it, obviously, is being in the ECHS is you're guaranteed that you're going to get 30 credit hours. And if you complete those 30 credit hours in our STG EC, it'll transfer to any state school in the state, and they're guaranteed to have to take these 30 hours. So that's what this ECHS pathway will do for you. And so we offer so many dual credits here to complete that pathway.
What's incredible is, and we've got some slides that are showing some of the savings that have been earned, millions of dollars in tuition savings and also in scholarships awarded. What you're seeing is the way to capitalize on your education at the next level, and that's kind of interesting.
Sure. I mean, you know, we all been college bound. We all had that debt that we paid back for 20 years, and we're saving these kids years and years. And
now, Chris, we're not going to let him get away with not being able to talk about the shout out that you got for being able to not just bring this program, but it grew from 28 students 2 years ago to 53 this year. Where do you see the next few years? Is this program going to continue to grow?
Yeah, I mean, population driven, obviously. I mean, hopefully we'll continue getting students in our program, which we've been pushing around that 60 to 75 mark with kids. And I'm starting this down in 7th and 8th grade now, communicating. They're doing a great job down at the middle school. And we're starting to test a little bit down there for them, so they're ready their freshman year when they come here. So we've got a lot of good things rolling now for year after year, and I'm hoping it continues to grow, and we get this public, and we'll even get more kids involved as parents see this, because kids don't understand money, but parents do. And so once we get that out to them and they see this, they're going to encourage their children to be involved in this too.
Chris Bottomley, he's continuing to beat the drum of what we've been saying. Community college is very cool, and the early college here at Connersville High School is a great program. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
Awesome job.
Yeah. Thanks.
Please join me in recognizing our faculty and staff.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I present to you the 2019 graduating class of Ivy Tech Community College Richmond campus. As graduates of Ivy Tech Community College, you may now change your campus.
Thanks for taking this journey on with us. Graduated from college 4 years ago.
You know, a few weeks ago we experienced a polar vortex here in the state of Indiana. And I think one of the most amazing things that happens out of those sort of weather events, it was about 2 degrees outside. And there wasn't a lot of activity on campus. Employees and the faculty and staff were coming in. And what I noticed at 8:01 a.m. was there were about 15 students in our library, in our student lounge, here, because this is home. This is their educational home. They rely on this place in order to ensure that they can get the internet, that they can upload their paper, that they can study for an exam in a place that makes some sense. You know, you look at this wall and you think to yourself, it's a piece of technology, but it's really about creating an atmosphere where people are welcome. Now, there'll be a lot of other things that we'll use this for. We'll promote our campus internally, externally. We will have a lot of student events that will help to promote, that those folks that access our place all the time can feel welcomed, and they'll know that what exciting opportunities we'll have. We'll be able to recognize folks that have been friends to the college, that have helped a few of those students along with a scholarship donation, or that maybe they're mentoring or tutoring them. We have so many people that we are proud of in terms of their academic accomplishments here. We'll be able to recognize them in a way that is special and really unique to our type of campus. And that the greatest thing is that ultimately we'll provide a place that's home. And we'll utilize this technology to welcome and welcome and welcome again all the students that need to be served by Ivy Tech Community College, Richmond.
Thank you, First Bank Richmond.
Thank you, First Bank Richmond.
We are doing great things together. Thank you, First Bank Richmond.
Thank you, First Bank Richmond.
I want to thank First Bank Richmond for their video wall as well as their strong support of our Ivy Tech campus here in Richmond. You are making a tremendous difference here at Ivy Tech as well as the Richmond community. Thank you.
That video wall is pretty impressive. Thanks again to First Bank. And that's our edition of Connect with Ivy Tech. We'll see you next time.